The possibility of World War III, a comprehensive analysis. Current global conditions. The possibility of World War III hinges on the complex interplay of political tensions, military advancements, economic rivalries, and historical grievances. While no single factor may independently trigger a global conflict, the convergence of several destabilizing factors could escalate into a full-scale war. Key regions of concern include Eastern Europe. The Russia-Ukraine conflict raises tensions between NATO and Russia. Asia-Pacific, U.S. China rivalry over Taiwan and the South China Sea increases militarization. Middle East. Historical conflicts and external powers contribute to volatility. Cybersecurity and space emerging battlegrounds with potential to paralyze economies. Triggers for World War III. World War III could be ignited by miscalculations or deliberate escalations. Key triggers include 1. Regional conflicts. Localized wars such as involving Taiwan or the Middle East could spiral into global confrontations. 2. Economic sanctions and trade wars. Prolonged economic hostilities could lead to military actions. 3. Cyber attacks. A large-scale cyber attack disrupting critical infrastructure might provoke a military response. Most dangerous weapons in modern warfare. Nuclear weapons. The most destructive weapons in existence, nuclear warheads can annihilate entire cities and cause long-term ecological and health damage. The United States, Russia, China, France, the United Kingdom, India, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea all possess nuclear capabilities. Hypersonic missiles. These can travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5, making them nearly impossible to intercept. Biological weapons, engineered pathogens could cause pandemics with global consequences. Artificial intelligence in warfare, autonomous drones and AI-powered weapon systems could revolutionize combat, increasing the scale and speed of destruction. Countries with nuclear capabilities, United States and Russia. Combined, they hold over 90% of the world's nuclear warheads. China, rapidly expanding its nuclear arsenal. North Korea, developing long-range missile capabilities to deliver nuclear weapons. India and Pakistan, a volatile nuclear standoff in South Asia. Other nuclear states, France, the United Kingdom, and Israel, maintain smaller arsenals. A nuclear conflict would lead to catastrophic consequences. Immediate deaths. Millions would die within hours from blast effects and radiation. Nuclear winter smoke and soot from fires could block sunlight, leading to global cooling, failed crops, and mass starvation. Radiation sickness. Long-term exposure to radiation would cause widespread illness and genetic mutations. Collapse of infrastructure. Governments, economies, and societies would disintegrate under the strain of widespread destruction. While humanity might survive in isolated pockets, modern civilization as we know it would likely collapse. The human cost of war. For soldiers, psychological trauma. Modern wars involve urban combat, which leads to high levels of PTSD among soldiers. High casualties. Advanced weaponry ensures that modern conflicts are brutal and quick. Forced conscription. In prolonged wars, nations may resort to mandatory military service, pulling civilians into the conflict. For families, displacement. Refugees fleeing war zones would overwhelm neighboring regions and create global humanitarian crises. Economic hardship. The loss of income earners and destruction of infrastructure would leave families impoverished. Psychological impact. Generations of children would grow up in a world marred by war, leading to trauma and loss of hope. Potential war scenarios. U.S. China conflict over Taiwan. Naval and air battles in the Pacific. Cyber attacks on critical infrastructure. Potential use of nuclear weapons. NATO versus Russia in Eastern Europe. Russia escalates, possibly invading a NATO country. NATO responds, leading to a ground war. Risk of nuclear escalation. Middle East conflagration. Proxy involvement by global powers. Global escalation if vital resources are threatened. Can humanity prevent World War III? The most effective measures to prevent a global war include diplomatic engagement, sustained dialogue between rival powers, arms control agreements, renewing treaties like START to limit nuclear stockpiles, global cooperation, addressing shared challenges like climate change to foster unity, public awareness, educating populations about the devastating consequences of war to build opposition to militarism. Conclusion. World War III would be a catastrophe on an unprecedented scale marked by technological, economic, and human devastation. While the conditions for such a conflict exist, it remains within humanity's power to prevent it through diplomacy, disarmament, and mutual understanding. Preparing for peace is the best strategy for ensuring survival.
As the world watches and waits, the truth is clear. The threat of war is not just a concern for governments and leaders, it's a concern for every single one of us. But here's the most important thing to remember. War is not inevitable. It's not written in stone. We have the power to choose peace. It's the result of choices that can be avoided through vigilance, preparation, and unwavering commitment to peace. Every decision we make shapes our future, guiding us towards harmony. We, the people, hold immense power. Peace starts in our homes, in our communities, in the way we teach our children, and in the values we uphold every day. Together we can create a future of peace and harmony. We must demand transparency, push for open dialogue, and hold our leaders accountable. Only through peaceful means can we resolve conflicts and build a better future. Preparation doesn't mean expecting war. It means ensuring that we are strong enough to advocate for diplomacy, collaboration, and unity in the face of division. It's about building bridges, not walls, and fostering understanding. What needs to happen? Education, empathy, engagement. These are the pillars of a peaceful and prosperous future for all. Educate yourself on the dynamics of conflict, understand the perspectives that fuel it, and engage with your community, your representatives, and your world to push for solutions that prioritize life over destruction. Together, we can make a difference. Because here's the truth. The cost of peace is vigilance, constant effort, and unity. But the cost of war is everything we hold dear, everything we cherish, and everything we are. Let us be the generation that chooses cooperation over chaos, dialogue over division, and unity over hostility. Together, we can make sure that history remembers us not for the wars we fought, but for the peace we preserved. So stay informed, stay ready. The future is in our hands. And most importantly, stay committed to peace because the future depends on all of us. Every action we take today shapes the world of tomorrow. War may begin with the actions of a few, but peace is built by the hands of many. It takes collective effort, unity, and determination. Will you help build it?